Hey, creative souls. My name's Johnny, and I'm a published fiction writer and a retired adjunct writing professor. For 2 decades, I helped reluctant college students get words on the page. Now I help people write books, and I teach fiction writing and screenwriting to adults in custody. I believe I'm on this earth to heal the world through stories, whether it's the ones I write and tell or the ones I help other people write and tell. I'm new here on YouTube, and I embrace the notion of energetic reciprocity. So, if anything I say resonates with you, if it helps you in some way, or if you just want to support what I'm doing, I'd really appreciate any likes, shares, and subscribes. Because when you help me grow my channel, I am able to help more people and continue my quest to heal the world through story. So if you could help me in that way, I'd be forever grateful. I want to talk a little bit about one of my courses, and I've recently revamped it and re-envisioned it, and it's called Conjuring Clarity, Everything You Need to Know, Believe, and Do to Write Your Novel. Well, instead of novel, it used to say book, because I used to try and cater to all kinds of writers. But I've decided recently to really refine that and only focus my energy and endeavors on fiction writing, because it really is my first love, and it feels really good to have refocused in this way. And so I wanted to give you a little bit of a breakdown and talk in this video about the first module and just share some of the content that's in that module. And so the first one is all about planning and scheduling. And I know that doesn't sound very fun or sexy, but what I learned from working with people over the years is that so many people say, I want to write a novel, but I don't think they really know what that means or what that takes, because writing a novel is about so much more than just telling a story. There's all this preparation that has to happen, and there's a planning process that needs to happen in the very beginning. And I'm not talking about planning the novel itself. I'm talking about planning your life so that you can do this. And there's a really good quote, I think, that embodies this by Benjamin Franklin. And he said something like, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. And I saw this over and over and over with some of my early clients that I had when I started helping people write books. So what do I mean by planning and scheduling? Well, this is what I mean. I mean taking a really honest and deep look at your life, your lifestyle, and your habits. Because I will say this, you can't just decide to write a novel and then start doing it. Because the habits that we have are so ingrained and so kind of second nature that they're not always easy to break. And so it's really difficult, and for a lot of people, impossible to just throw a novel writing project down in the middle of all that. So what I do in the first module is I help people sort out how to do that. So I've created this process where we take a really deep look at lifestyle and habits. And I have, worksheets and guides and all of that to go along with it to help people through this process. But what I found is that people are really amazed when they dig this deep into their habits in their daily lives, because, I get it. We all are in this, most of us anyway, are in this mode of just kind of getting through the day. And we have a lot of things we have to accomplish, a lot of obligations. And so to really step back and think about how we're spending our days is, I think, a really interesting and most of the time rewarding endeavor. It's a way to kind of step back and just reevaluate how you're spending your life and your time. And, minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into days, days turn into months, and weeks and years. So by going through this process, it really helps people sort out how they want to spend their time and to really figure out how to make room for a novel. And so I really recommend that you do that. Find some time and really sit down and start looking at your day and think about how you spend your moments, because life is a series of moments. Sorting out how you do that, and then the scheduling piece is putting your writing time on a calendar and treat it like an important appointment, because it is, just like you treat all the other appointments. So if you're taking kids to school, after school activities, sporting events, doctor's appointments, if you're running errands for your partner, even appointments for yourself. All of those are important. If you have a job, if you work with clients, all of those things on your calendar you treat with honor and respect, right? You follow through on them. And I really believe that our impulse to write, as I've said in many, many other videos that I've done, is our life force wanting to express itself. And I think to dishonor that and ignore it really harms us in the long run. And so I always encourage people to schedule these writing times. First, though, you have to, I really believe, have to take stock of your day and how you're spending your time. Then schedule some time on the calendar. Then do it, honor it, sit down and write. Okay, so that's what we cover in the first module, and we go in depth with it. And, you know, whether you take the course or not, I hope that you will implement some of what I've shared here and see how it helps you with your writing. If you do want to take the course, I will add a little card at the end for you to see where you can get more information about it. And this week only, November 13th through the 17th, I am offering this re-envisioned class for half price. The regular price is $188. This one is $94. And it will be launched officially near the end of January 2024. So this is kind of a special invitation for 10 people only that I'm doing this. And there will be information, like I said, at the end and in the description below if you want to take part in it. But if not, totally fine. I hope the little tidbit that I've offered is some help to you, and I'd love to hear in the comments, okay? So as always, sending you mad writing mojo. Happy writing.